Imagine you are in one of the most peaceful places on Earth. Massive spruce trees, the fresh scent of pine filling your lungs, and the sound of dried leaves crunching under your feet. You are in a national park. You're with your friends, just a few feet off the marked trail to step behind a rock for a moment. And in that second, everything stops. The birds stop singing. The whisper of the wind is cut like a knife. You want to call out to your friends, but the voice catches in your throat. You turn around, and the trail is no longer there. 5 seconds. In just 5 seconds, you have been completely erased from the modern world. This isn't a horror movie script. This is a chilling reality that has happened thousands of times in national parks across North America and around the globe. We call this Missing 411. Today, we are opening those dark files that occur in the heart of nature, where logic ends and the unknown begins. Why do some people vanish into thin air in a matter of seconds? And why are the authorities afraid to talk about it? It all began when David Paulides, a retired police detective, started investigating a bizarre case that landed on his desk. When Paulides lined up the files of people who went missing in national parks, he noticed a bone-chilling pattern. These cases didn't look like wild animal attacks, nor were they simple cases of getting lost. Paulides gave these events a name, Missing 411. For a disappearance to fall into this category, it had to carry specific impossibilities. First, sudden weather changes. The moment a person goes missing, a violent storm, fog, or heavy rain, unpredicted by any forecast, begins in the area. It's as if nature wants to sweep away all tracks left behind. Second, the lack of scent. Even the most professional tracking dogs are helpless in these cases. The dogs either pick up no scent at all, or they reach a certain point and cower in fear, refusing to go any further. Third, and perhaps the strangest, the locations where they are found. If the missing person is found, they often reappear in areas that were previously searched dozens of times, as if they were dropped from the sky. Or they are found on jagged cliffs and peaks that would be impossible for a human to climb without equipment. Their clothes, and especially their shoes, are removed, yet there are no tears or signs of struggle. Let's go back to 1952 to look at one of the most striking examples of this profile. 2-year-old Keith Parkins vanished in an instant in the woods right at the edge of his grandfather's ranch. Search teams, helicopters, and hundreds of volunteers were deployed. Keith was found 19 hours later. But how? This 2-year-old boy had traveled a full 12 kilometers, 8 miles away on a freezing night. Furthermore, his path included impossible steep slopes and impassable brush. For a 2-year-old to traverse that distance in the dark of night without a scratch is physically impossible for a human being. Who, why, and how carried him there? Or look at the Jared Atterow case. 3-year-old Jared was walking with a group of adults and had stepped just a few feet ahead. He vanished in the blink of an eye. Years later, Jared's clothes were found high up on a steep cliff, far above where he went missing. His pants were turned inside out, but there was no trace of blood or signs of a struggle. His shoes, however, were sitting side by side as if someone had placed them carefully. So what is hunting these people? The accounts from some witnesses push the limits of our imagination. Some survivors who made it out of the woods claimed that the air suddenly shimmered or that they saw something moving among the trees as if using invisible camouflage. While this brings the movie Predator to mind, the accounts are hauntingly consistent. Even stranger is the National Park Service's long-standing refusal to keep a centralized list of these disappearances. When David Paulides formally requested this list, he was told that creating such a database would be too expensive, or that such statistics were simply not kept. Why doesn't the government want to keep a record of thousands of people evaporating on their own land? What are they afraid of us knowing? The theories are vast. Some speak of feral human tribes, wild people living in deep mountain cave systems cut off from civilization. Others believe that magnetic anomalies created by granite rocks open temporary portals. But the most terrifying theory is that these forests are home to a predatory species that does not belong to our world. Nature is not just made of postcard views as we like to think. It is a massive organism with its own rules, its own secrets, and sometimes its own victims. The missing 411 cases teach us one thing. Our modern technology, GPS devices and phones can become nothing more than toys in the deep woods. So how can we stay safe within this wild beauty? First, never ever walk alone. 90% of cases involve a single person who separated from the group just for a few seconds. Second, always carry bright-colored clothing and a personal locator beacon. And most importantly, listen to your body. If the environment suddenly falls into a deathly silence, if you feel the hair on the back of your neck stand up, don't ask questions, don't stop, and get out of there immediately. The missing 411 files remain open, and every year new names are added to this list. Perhaps one day science will solve this mystery, or perhaps these secrets will remain buried forever in the depths of the forest. What do you think? Are these people simply victims of getting lost, or are they victims of a dark power still waiting to be discovered? Share your theories in the comments, and remember, on your next hike, don't forget to check behind you.